on a magnificent Sunday afternoon. How's everyone doing? It's the Teddy Bear, and welcome to Night Tracks Radio. And today's artist spotlight: producer, writer, composer, entertainer, the architect, Lord have mercy, of the legendary all-girl band Klymaxx. She is here, the one and only diva extraordinaire. Miss Bernadette Cooper is joining us today with her new hit single, Jealous Bitch. You'll never be me, featuring the original, the original MJGirls, Maxi and Cheri. Thank you so much for joining us today, my love.
Thank you for inviting me.
No, the pleasure is truly mine. But you know what? Before we begin, I have a little bone to pick with you, Miss Diva.
Okay.
I got to ask you something. The last time I had you on the show was back in 2015, and you released an incredible album, The Last Diva on Earth, Episode 1, Planet Sexy.
Yes.
And I've been waiting for almost, 9 years?
For the second half of it?
Yes.
It's coming. It's coming. I have a lot of time on my hands, so I'm catching up with all the things that I need to do. It's coming very soon.
Well, the album was incredible. And one thing I wanted to ask about that particular album, and for me, just from a personal perspective, I don't believe it got the necessary airplay that it richly deserved, because every single on that album was incredible. My favorite song on that album was All the Girls Are Looking. The whole album was incredible. That particular song was incredible. And I wanted your feedback as far as the way radio play is being handled as far as toward certain artists in the industry.
Well, I must say that I did pull that album back because in listening to it, there were some things I wanted to replace. So as far as the radio play and all of that's concerned, that was my fault. But as far as radio play right now, the industry has changed in the sense of, the record company owns the radio stations, and you have to have mad dough in order to promote your record. So, excuse me. So, it's kind of like, if you're an independent artist, you pretty much have the promotions in your own hand. And hopefully it will, have a little money put to a side so that you can promote your project, because it's difficult to get on radio these days.
This is true. This is definitely true. I wanted to ask you, number one, you've always been very outspoken. Do you think being so outspoken and the level of transparency that you've always demonstrated in your entire career has a tendency sometimes to rub people the wrong way because they're not used to dealing with someone that's being real and authentic?
Absolutely. I rub people the wrong way, not intentionally, but just as a woman who knows what she wants and how she wants it. And everything's a vision to me. I always see it before I speak it. And if you don't have anyone around you who can see that same vision, they look at it in a different way. She's being forceful, she's being this or that or the other. I get feedback all the time, but my heart is in the right place. There's nothing I ever do to try to hurt anybody. It's always trying to get my vision across in the way that I see it, because that's the only way I know how to be. I can't deal with your vision, Teddy Bear. And you can't see, hopefully you can kind of, I usually have people around me who can see the vision that I'm trying to portray, because if you can't, then you might take it the wrong way.
Do you think that's one of the biggest misconceptions of who you are as an artist?
It's one of them. It's one of them. And being a woman, period. It doesn't matter what I do or what I say or how I do it. They hate. People hate, and they have issues with it. Men and women. Women don't like other women to say shit. Sorry. But and men have other issues, regarding a woman in a powerful position, or a position of being able to express herself, because we're supposed to be in the background, But it is. But I don't really live by other people's standards. So, I just kind of do what I do, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it works. And if it doesn't work, I'm on to the next thing.
One of the things that I've always respected about you, even in the early stages of Klymaxx, you were always outspoken. You said what you mean, what you say. And you had a vision from the beginning, exactly what you wanted to do, and a vision of the kind of music that you wanted to put out, meaning no boundaries, not being put into a box. And I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about as far as your songwriting at this stage of your career? Where have you seen the vast improvement from where you are now compared to maybe 10 years ago?
Well, I'll tell you this is that I'm feeling a little liberated right now, a little freedom with the new music business being that, record companies, music is pretty much free, pretty much, because back in the day, I think I lost myself a little bit after the drama, according to Bernadette Cooper project, because I became very extremely sought after. Record companies were giving me a lot of money, and I was in this box to where I had to deliver to them what they wanted to hear, what they think that they could promote. And to a true artist, that's difficult because everything that I do doesn't always uh, 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 equate to money. It's all about creativity for me and putting that project out that I love, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's a hit record all the time. Now I'm feeling a little bit more free because I have control over the release. I'm releasing a lot of things under my new label with this, which is GOTU, Goddess of the Universe Records, and I'm kind of putting my thing out. And right now I'm at that point where if you love it, you love it. If you don't, I understand. Maybe you'll like the next one, but that's where I'm at right now. So I'm total freedom right now. I love the new music business. I can drop a record anytime I want. The next one's coming in a month or so, and I'm having a good time. I'm happy.
Well, it shows through your music. And also, the funny thing is, we're both over 21.
Oh,
And
oh yes, yeah, yeah. I've been in this business. I've been in this business for over 40 years. I love it. I wouldn't want to be 21 in this new business, in this new music business world for nothing in the world. I can say that I had lunch with Marvin Gaye. Can you do that?
this is true.
I
This
can
is
say
true.
I hung out with, Michael Jackson, and I hung out with Earth, Wind, and Fire. So I love where I'm at right now. I'm good.
Do you think it's more beneficial being an independent artist now than it was as far as being controlled by a label where you have the level of creative freedom as you do right now?
I love, back in the day, I do miss the promotion aspect of it because the promotion was left to the record companies, but we paid a huge price in that. We never received any royalty checks. We never received, our due because they spent thousands. It's a very expensive, even now as an independent artist. I promote a lot on Instagram and I love TikTok. I promote online because my focus is not 99 cent. My focus is putting music out to let people know that I'm alive and that I'm still fabulous. I'm not really doing that. I got to wake up and if I don't get 99 cent, I'm a failure. I do things that make me happy and to generate, likability and love for what I do. So I love to I love to tour. I'm touring now on the Klymaxx featuring Bernadette Cooper with my girls, and we kick butt. We're really good. I love the show. We just won 1.4 million on TikTok. One of our
Really?
shows.
You're performing on the cruise ships have been a great, wonderful experience for a lot of groups because number one, as you said, it's a great way to generate revenue and also from a marketing standpoint to people that have not heard music from Klymaxx before now to get their second rendition of it. It's been wonderful. What is your personal overall experience when you have an opportunity to perform on a ship and have that personal interaction with the audience?
The first time I did it, I said I would never do it again because I went on the
Okay.
Time Warner cruise and it was. So as soon as we got to Bahama, I took a flight out. So it just wasn't the kind of cruise. But this particular cruise that I went on to, it was fabulous. The people there were loving, and I felt a kinship to everyone because I allowed myself to be very vulnerable. I went out and I hung out with everybody, and it was a great venue. I was shocked, and the food was amazing, and oh my God, I just want to go back for the food. But it's a great place to for old school artists to get out and have a good time, and I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Well, from what I understand, you guys really ripped the stage apart. The performance was incredible. But something that you just said, and I want to kind of circle back to, is vulnerability. You've always been a very private person, and you've always protected your privacy. I mean, with a shield that's impenetrable. And I wanted to ask you, what is it like now for you, where you feel more comfortable showing us that side of you that people rarely get a chance to see?
Well, it's difficult in a sense because I'm actually very, very, I won't say shy, but maybe a little, I'm very to myself. As you say, I do love my privacy. At home I'm walking around, in my clown outfits, you know, and then but when I go out to perform and be around people, I enjoy that life and I enjoy interacting with people and I love reaching out and touching. That whole ego thing is out the window. I don't do that when I go out to perform. Everybody has accessibility to me, and if you mean good, I mean good, and I want to reach out and touch and hug, and I want to hear your stories about how the music that I've made you feel, and all of that. And usually after the show, I'm right back into my shell. You know, I've always been a very private individual, kind of as a child, just kind of to myself, and I have a group of people that I enjoy being around, but when I go out to perform, it's a different kind of vibe.
Well, I've seen you perform live, and I mean,
Now, and
conversely-
by the way,
yes, ma'am.
we did rip that show.
Yes, you did.
They'll never be the same on that cruise ship. They'll never be the same. They were like looking like what circus show has come aboard this. They were like they had a good time.
You took it over, my love. You did.
Thank you.
You really,
I have a
you
great
really
group
did.
of I have a great group of girls in my band. Klymaxx and Bernadette Cooper, very talented. Everybody's they're creative within themselves, and it was a great show.
Through your music, you've always had the ability to give or send subliminal messages as far as what your thought process is and what you're feeling at that particular time. And on this new single, Jealous Bitch, You'll Never Be Me, that is 100% uncut, Bernadette.
Listen,
And I wanted to ask you because even from the beginning, you always had this persona about you that certain people were threatened as far as from a competitive level because they weren't able to bring it like you can in live performances. And I wanted to ask you, what did this particular song mean to you as far as on the recording process? And what was it like to record with Maxi and Cheri on this new hit single?
okay. First of all, coming from Clymaxx, you have to separate Klymaxx and you have to separate Bernadette Cooper.
Right.
Klymaxx would never do a song called "Jealous Bitch, You'll Never Be Me," but Bernadette Cooper would. And it took me a little while. It didn't take me long to get used to saying the word "bitch" on a record because I'm old school. And that's something I would normally wouldn't do, but um, I kind of settled into the fact that it's a word that's very common right now. It's used on every record, and it's used, and I'm doing it in a metaphysical kind of way where I'm not fighting you. I'm not coming after
Right.
you. I'm just letting you know that you'll never be me. You listen to the record. You ain't gotta say nothing to me. Listen to the record, and it's to the haters and the people. Everybody has their problems with people who are jealous and envy, which is jealousy on steroids. who's jealous of them or whatever. And this record kind of says it for you. You don't have to say anything, you just blast the record. Dealing with Maxi and Cheri was our pure joy. We share the same a little history about the song. The song was written by the music. I didn't write the music. I produced the song because I do wear many hats. The song was written by Ron Cat Spearman, who was of Parliament Funkadelic. Maxi and Malia Franklin, who was also from Parliament Funkadelic, who's no longer with us, they did the lyrics, and I came in and added my stuff in the end. Malia Franklin is our road manager. MJGirls and Bernadette Cooper, Klymaxx featuring Bernadette Cooper. It's theirs. I'm sorry. He is her son. Seth is Malia Franklin's son. So when he brought the song to me, he says, "Hey, I want to let you listen to a little bit of this track that my mom did back in the day. It was done like in 2015, 2009 or something like that." When I immediately heard it, I said, "I really like that. Give that to me. Give me that little snippet. Let me go home. Let me play around with it." So I did that, and next thing you know, I brought in Cornelius Mims to play bass and do some tracking. I sent it to him. I go, "Listen, this is what I love. I would love the MJGirls on this." And because of the association between all of us, he went and asked them. They said, "No problem." We had major respect for one another. I had respect for them. They had respect for me. And we shared the same vision of doing a song that would get us our names out there, not necessarily counting 99 cents. Not going, "Oh, this song is going to be a big hit. We're going to make a lot of money." We did it because we knew that it was fabulous branding, wonderful marketing, and that it would let the people know that we're still alive and we're doing our thing. And we're causing controversy. We did it back in the 80s. We're doing it 2024.
You're one of the very few female artists that I've ever seen that has such an edge, such a confident edge. And I mean, I really have always digged your vibe, especially the creative process. The way that you create music is very artsy, very artsy. And you have such a sense of style. And I wanted to ask you, I know you love clothes. I know you love fashion.
I love fashion. I'm sorry, I didn't do my hair. I have this new thing where I just like to roll out of here, I roll out of bed, and whatever my hair looks like it. Um, I love clothes. I love fashion. I'm not really a designer head. Whether I have to have Gucci, I have to have, and if I grab a hold of a piece, fabulous. But I'll do a little Gucci with a little Salvation Army and a little bit of Goodwill and a little bit of Poochie. I just blend it all together. I love clothes. And it's an addiction of mine. And my house, my closet, my room looks like a store. Which the girls in my band, they come and shop all the time. And yeah, I love clothes. I love fashion. That's my thing.
You have lived and continue to live such a wonderful, very I call it like almost an imaginary life where your journey has been incredible. Have you ever been approached to writing a book?
Wow. I do write books. I've been writing for the last 15 years, 10, 15 years. I don't know why I won't release them. I have one thing on that's on Audible, which is called The Strokes. If you get a chance to listen to that or read that,
Okay.
it's very interesting. I'm a weirdo when it comes to releasing stuff. So people have to say, "Oh my God!" I let my friends, my dearest, closest friends, read all. I have about maybe 6 different things that I've written. Now, as far as my bio, I've been writing it. It's very painful in the sense of I have to go back and relive a lot of things because getting to this point in my life was a little difficult, especially with family.
Right.
Not really being supportive of what I do. So it's very hard for me to write, but I've been writing little bits and pieces. So when that time does come, which my road manager Seth says, I believe, Diva, the time is now. What are you waiting for? But at some point I will release it, but I have to reveal a lot of things about my life and the things I've been through and the people. And I feel more about protecting the people more than myself, that have been in my life. But it's coming. It's definitely coming.
Well, if you did do a movie, a biopic about your life, is there any particular person that you see could actually pull it off playing you?
Wow. Well, Halle Berry did me on Saturday Night Live. So I will throw her name into the pot because she did a great job.
Okay.
I don't know. I never thought about it, but maybe Halle. I'm not saying I'm fine like Halle, but Halle could pull off the different versions of Bernadette Cooper. The one over the eye.
Okay.
She could do the different versions of me. I don't know anybody else. I'll think about that tonight in bed.
All right. Well, far be it for me to deprive the many people that are viewing in, and for those who are tuning in late, shame on you. But the teddy bear does forgive you. Of course, we're joined by the architect, the legendary Miss Bernadette Cooper is joining us today, and we're going to get into the new hit single, of course, Jealous Bitch, You'll Never Be Me, featuring the original MJGirls, okay? Cheri and also Maxi here on Night Tracks Radio. Lord have mercy.
I prefer diva, but bitch oozes out every once in a while. Bitch, you look good. But look at that jealous bitch. Jealous bitch. Feel real. The funk. Jealous. I don't know why you hate me, but you do. You'll never be me. Jealous bitch. Bernadette Cooper, Klymaxx, Maxi and Cheri, original MJGirls. And flowers to Queen Mary. The girls are falling like a motherfucker. Yeah. If I wish you, I'd hate everything about me too. Falling through seriously.
I've been my face, trying to do me, but you could never take my place. And all the while, you fake and smile, your eyes don't lie with them hating ass vibes. You jealous bitch,
can't stand to see me shine.
Jealous bitch,
I've been blessed to get mine.
Jealous bitch,
always getting in the way of a good thing. Can't stop me, you stop me, you'll never tell me you wanna be hating, discriminating, bitch. Can't stand to see me shine. I've been blessed to get mine.
ooh, bitch,
Always getting in the way of a good thing. Can't stop me, you stop me, you'll never tell me you wanna be hating, discriminating, bitch.
recognize game, funk with me, and you'll never be the same. You do you, I'll do me, 'cause I'm the one that you'll never ever be. Jealous bitch,
Can't stand to see me shine.
jealous bitch,
I've been blessed to get mine.
jealous bitch,
Always getting in the way of a good thing. Can't stop me, you stop me, you'll never tell me you wanna be hating, discriminating, bitch. Can't stand to see me shine.
no good bitch,
I've been blessed to get mine.
ooh, bitch,
Always getting in the way of a good thing. Can't stop me, you stop me, you'll never tell me you wanna be hating, discriminating, bitch.
I'll never let a basic woman hold me down. You're such a jealous. Your hate is real elevated. I know you watch me on Instagram. That's why I post looking fabulous. It's uber rock, and my track is so ill. I own stock in TikTok, and you're jealous. No need to leave my condo for this, and my hair is still fierce. Your hate gives me I'm legendary, the architect of Klymaxx. You'll never be me.
Can't stand to see me shine.
no good bitch,
I've been blessed to get mine.
ooh, bitch,
Always getting in the way
Lord have mercy. The diva, the one and only Bernadette Cooper. That bass line is funky as hell. Oh my God.
It's taking the divas to bring the funk back, baby.
There you go.
Yes, we're bringing, the girls are here.
Man, I love it. And for the members out there in the family of Night Tracks, be sure to purchase the new single. It is available as we speak on iTunes, Apple, Spotify. If you're feeling a little bit more adventurous, you can always head over to Amazon.com and get all the latest updates. Let your fingers do the walking. So get your lipstick, pencil, pen, crayon, Crayola, whatever you need to do to write down this pertinent information. You can catch up and follow Miss Cooper, the diva, of course, on Instagram. That's at Klymaxx featuring Bernadette Cooper. Also at BernadetteCooper.com. On TikTok, be sure to follow her on TikTok. That's at Klymaxx Bernadette Cooper. And last but certainly not least, that's at Facebook, Facebook.com/Klymaxx Bernadette Cooper. My love, I got to ask you, are you planning on doing any touring at all in England before the year is over, or we're looking for something toward in the near future?
Absolutely. I'm working, I've been so caught up in promoting this record. And I think we do have one show coming up that I will advertise soon as the contract is signed. But we are focusing on Europe because I love Europe. I love the UK. I love everything about it. I love that they appreciate funk. I love that they appreciate old school artists. So we're working on that right now as we speak.
And they have always just have shown such a level of respect for our music from them. Actually, not only I'm going to show Japan some love too. They love our music. They
love our music. Yeah. And when we come, they're grateful. And I love that appreciation for music. So definitely so. I'm focusing on that right now.
Before I forget, I wanted to ask you this. What was going through your mind when you seen all the record stores started closing down here in the States, from Sam Goody, Musicland, Tower Records? What was your first thought when you started seeing that happen?
It's very sad for me, but I do appreciate that I was able to live during that time. I used to work at Tower Records. I used to be in the security team behind the mirrors looking at people still, and so many artists used to come in. Michael Jackson used to come in and dance down the aisle, and Ray Parker Jr. tried to hit on me. Hi, Ray. I remember that, Ray. And a whole bunch of people. I'm really sad about the camaraderie with I would be able to call Teena Marie and say, hey, I got a song. She would be, I'm on my way. Let's work the song out. Now it's much more difficult. And the record companies closing, and the record stores closing, and the record companies being as selective as they are. It's just really taken away from the creative process. And I'm sad, but I'm still happy that I was able to see that in my lifetime.
Well, you know what? I'm extremely proud of you. You were never meant to be in a cage. You were never meant to be boxed in. You are your own creative force. I love you and respect everything that you stand for. And you were definitely a diva without question. And you're still looking captivating, my queen. Lord have mercy.
That means a lot to me. Really, it does. A lot of people don't realize that Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok saved my emotional life at times, because people would call in and tell me, or write in and tell me how important my music has been to them on days when I wasn't sure which direction I should go into. So I do appreciate my family. I don't call them fans. They're my family, my families, that I appreciate you and continue to write. I do respond when I can. And I'm really happy, and thank you. Thank you.
No, it's my pleasure. This is your home, and please, all I ask, do not wait another 9 years to release some more music. I want an album from you, young lady. And when it's ready, like Grandma's cooking, send it over here, and we will play it. Yes, Lord.
Teddy Bear. I'm releasing another single probably in the next 2 months. And
Okay.
it's fabulous, you know. So, and I'll come back. Okay, we could talk some more.
Okay. All
We
right,
can
my
get
love.
dirty. Let's get dirty and talk about some of the intricacies of things that are going on. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking about.
hey, don't tease me like that.
All right. All right. Sounds good.
I love it. Hey, this is your platform. Whatever you want to talk about, we got you. I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule and joining us. Much continued success, and I'll be waiting for that new single to be released real soon, okay?
Real soon. Real soon.
All right. The one and only diva, only one, often imitated but never duplicated. Of course, the one and only Bernadette Cooper joining us today. Family, be sure to get the new hit single, of course, Jealous Bitch You'll Never Be Me, featuring the original MJGirls, Cheri and Max. Lord have mercy. Maxi. Maxi, old friend of mine. It's so good to see her doing her thing. It's been a beautiful experience. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and allowing the teddy bear to help you tune out all the negativity. For those who missed the interview, we got you. No need to fear. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see the interview in its entirety. That's at Night Tracks Radio with 2 X's. Night Tracks Radio Podcast. That's on YouTube. That's our official YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. Also, if you just want to hear the audio portion of the interview, we are streaming live on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Deezer, Apple, Amazon. We are there. That's at Night Tracks, again with 2 X's, Night Tracks Radio. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook, same handle, as well as Instagram. And yes, we're also on TikTok at Night Tracks Radio, and the artist formerly known as Twitter, which is called X. Go figure it is what it is. Night Tracks Radio. We'll be back on there this coming Friday, of course, August the 9th. An exceptional singer-songwriter out of Los Angeles, Teddy Bear's old stomping ground, Rachel Rodriguez, will be joining us. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, I know she's going to get me. But she'll be joining us next Friday. That's at 12 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. New hit single, Out Loud. So I'm looking forward to having her on the show. And again, it's always been a pleasure. And as in always, keep it soulful here on Night Tracks Radio. God bless.